we were connected by the folks who put together this great documentary which features you. When did you start working with the Rain team?
Well, I know Angelo, and from here in LA, I knew his wife a long time ago, and he asked me to do it. Of course, I was on the Olympic bobsled team. I knew Brian Scheimer, so it was not a big ask. And Brian's a great guy. I love the Olympic bobsled team. I love everything about the Olympic movement, the U.S. Olympic team, whether it be track and field or the Winter Olympics. So it was an easy yes.
And when did you film your part of the documentary?
I think it was a year and a half ago, maybe last year. I'm not real sure. I did it downtown, LA. I went down there. I guess they have some office spaces there, and I went down and saw a little bit of eclipse and did my spiel.
Is that your only active endorsement at the moment? Is it all Rain, or is there other stuff to plug?
Well, no, I mean I'm on here for Rain for sure. That's it. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
I first became a fan and admirer of you and your career because of Tecmo Bowl. In that video game, if you give the ball around Willie Gault, it's just going to go down the field. You are one of the players in that game that just always made it happen.
Right. Yeah. That Tecmo Bowl had it right back then. It was Bo Jackson and myself, right? Bo around the corner and me deep.
Exactly. So I was a fan from that. And then your work on the Super Bowl Shuffle. Well, let's face it, that's what got me into hip hop, for better and for worse, was that track. So in turn, you're one of the first people that I find that crossed over into the mainstream from sports.
Well, I mean, again, I'm very blessed. I have a lot of ability that God gave me. I love track and track and field. Of course, I made the two Olympic teams, the Summer Olympics and the Winter Olympics. You know, I played football, I played baseball. I mean, I loved sports. And so I chose football, of course, drafted by the Bears, and we did the Super Bowl Shuffle, which was at the time the #2 best-selling video of all time behind Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Yeah.
We were nominated for a Grammy. We lost to Prince of all people. And so it was a really magical time. And I enjoyed acting and movies and television, and I loved all that stuff. So I just didn't want to put limitations on myself, and I was able to be able to achieve those goals that I set for myself.
And because of the success of that music video, the Super Bowl Shuffle, every other team did a really horrible attempt at the Super Bowl Shuffle. There's the Rams Ram It one, etc. Have you ever subjected yourself to all those other ones and watched them?
Yeah, of course I've watched them. So and they were a great invitation or a great try, which was good. And I think the guys were just having fun, and that's what it was all about. It's guys that, look, the National Football League, like the NBA, like hockey, like baseball, like soccer, is a great fraternity. You get a chance to meet people that you wouldn't normally meet, and get a chance to garner relationships that you wouldn't normally garner. And you can have those relationships for a lifetime most times. Like some of the guys I play with from the Bears and the Raiders, they're lifetime friends. They're brothers, and I respect them. I respect the game, and it's one of those things that if you do it the right way, then you come out with something really positive from the experience.
Should we be expecting a book from you in the near future?
Well, I have started writing a book, and we started doing a video as far as a biography or a biopic, if you call it, whatever, of my life, just from my humble beginnings to where I am now. And, it's ever changing because everything I do every year is something different. So
Right.
hopefully we'll get that done at some point and have a documentation of how I succeeded and how I was able to do what I did from very, very humble beginnings.
Well, down to the last two questions here. Among what we've talked about is the many job titles you've had. Super Bowl champion, a lot of people would use that for the rest of their life, but Olympian, Hall of Fame athlete, actor, because hey, you did do, I think, 20 episodes or so of that show in the late 90s, and you've got other SAG credits and after credits and all that. So there's so many titles, but is there anything that you haven't done yet that you're still hoping to do professionally?
When I say do, I think there are things I would love to achieve, but those things are something that if I do it, great. If I don't do it, I don't feel like I've not done anything. So I'm very blessed to have achieved what I've been able to achieve. I'm satisfied. I'm happy with where I am in life, with who I am in life. I mean, I look myself in the mirror every morning and every night, and I like what I see. So I think that's all we can expect. I mean, that's what I tell my kids, and so I tell people when I speak to them, I go, look, the person you see in the mirror, like that person, like what they're doing, like what they're all about, like who they are, like how they treat other people, and like how they treat themselves. And if you can do that, then you can't ask for anything more.
And the last question, putting you on the spot here, do you have a favorite flavor of all the Reign products that are on the market? Because let's face it, there's Melon Mania. There's so many great options. Curious what yours is.
Melon Mania is my favorite. That's the bar. That's the best. So I'll get that right. I'll get that all the time.
Okay, you've got taste. Right. Thank you for the many years of great culture and sports and all that you put out into the world. Looking forward to that book, and thank you for your time, Willie.
Appreciate it. Have a great day.
Paltrocast.